Crack, grab it, sack it, back it all the way up to the factory. Strap me up if I have to weed out wack peeps. What we gonna do when enough is enough? Strut our stuff until the West was won. Cunts coming to run the streets, my buns jump into the beat. I'll tell you the problem, they're so snobby, letting everyone prosper when they got no option. Wanderin, squanderin, lotto tickets. Connin mobsters like stoppin hard-ons. Rottin fondly with porn stars. Popular cotton pickin negros. Robbing us all, lobbing the ball. Calling to brawl with me cause I brought bombs. They got me wrong, so I socked them in the bottom. Let that go throbbin instead of their bobblehead ass conch shells. Selling it for cock hosts in their bras. Locating your sausage and ovulating properly. Jiggle your balls, wiggle your weenie, juggle your balls, engulf your weenie, just your balls and jutting out your weenie in the middle of your balls, the simple your weenie. Snuggle your balls in my thunder thighs along with your weenie, cup your balls in my bunch of titties, big old balls in a blimp weenie. Whatever you come across, endeavors and somersaults, decorating hundreds of halls with deficits that crumbled onward. From presidents who humbly offered creme de la creme and awesome sauce. To make our defense our edge, not fond of losses. Feminine taking lumber lost me. Since when did we go under the coffee tables and bend a finger in her dent? Until you feel bumps, then it's get off me. Drenched in Welch's juice, what will it cost me? To vent to a stewardess on a long trip to an Indian apothecary. I'm desperate to get gems, paws, guap to get me wet and tempered about a thought cause they're bottom bitches. Tempting, but I'm not jelly. They wear Crocs, I wear boxers from Helly gentlemen. Obviously they're gawking cause they spread them on the bed set for a lolly. They get their jollies, then they go their separate ways. One on a jet, one with a step. Boggling that they're fondling stems of flowers meant to hold moisture, not froggily but modeling. All with my senses, they should be dead. No one wants your goodies when you've already made it. Should he date her or boot her in her anus? It's usually both, but like trolls, people keep control by having loads of babies that overgrow your motives to show affection, cause most turn broke after one baby is born. Thinking about more, and that pussy already torn and roared and engorged on hope to restore. For what, another person at the table eating corn? A short torch that got lit and can't leave the porch, cause it's important the child doesn't get tortured by some force of lore like the devil himself picking a war on the dinosaurs while he aborts children and eats them with a fork. Spinal cord and all, scored on some insubordinates, insignificant coordinates, and bit into the whore's nest and finished with a horde of rodents. And of course a rinse for his cold chest, some gin will interest him in some pole finesse. Roll on it like Tetris, fit in the mold of each section, let the blockheads float and then rest. Trojans cost 50 cents and behold no codependency on your checkbook. Let that roaming charge on your cell phone reflect the bones you kept closed from the public. Until your O's flex, I suppose you forget that this club is open bet. They're wearing no clothes on stage cause the girls want to select the type of low they respect. It ain't for any average Joe, you're correct, but who wouldn't want to get blown while her breasts bounce on your lap? Getting dome is the best. But what do I know? I ain't got neck for the doughboys spending efforts to get their chode road. I'm too busy wrecking pests who came to know only of their own code toward the bread. From my petticoat to their shows I get slept on, and rows try to intercept the direction my flow goes, and I left and sped up on them like they're a joke. I spoke and I said what I said. Quit to your most just cause you're jonesing for some depth. Hell, take a Motrin and get over it, bitch. You might as well be deaf, cause these heifers ain't ever folding, but they sure are done gold digging, cause the reps are halfway out the door since the last time they crept up and hold doors for Mexicans guilty of theft. And dorks looking for Newports, and Fred Flintstone and Betty old as a dinosaur dip-setting on the bitches next door. Cause when it rains it pours, dyslexic Poindexters and the Lord making room for the poor over the relentless. Just for an encore and some tours with some bitches who ended up getting pregnant. and got couture and baby powder in the drawer for her to yet again explore the world that was gentle and excellent due to the chores I had to endure, the messes I dressed up as, the fools flourished in my decadence and festive cool nourished. Instead, my soul gets fed to ghouls and hooligans who are pressed for relevance in this pool of poopin' ends. My ends were dollar bills in my wallet, their ends were dropping filth in their squat sits. Swore I'd take him to court, you're all out of turns. You had people convinced you were the epitome of fashion, now you drag your ass leaping for a cig, sure greedily past them. Last time, now you're gagging on diamonds, I'll tackle you and shackle you, you spat my few tactful ruse. So back up loser before my racks do to me, get packed away with you again, you're a rat not a mule, I need a backpack and a cooler to take my stacks to my room and my back spinal fluid nap until it's fused so I can react when you slap my dude just cause he's already had you. Doesn't mean he will be macking on you every moon. If his balls react doesn't resume smacking my ass till I'm doomed, then I'm calling Shaq to screw. That's just one jacked up dude. And maybe if I can prove it's facts that I can freestyle like a true champ does, he will view me as a bad bitch. And I'll come through as the cracker that exudes talent, not confusion like these other MCs. But the fans haven't any clue that they're just getting fat from all the food that they damn well didn't deserve but keep chewing. Your elastic pants put you in the mood to cram some hamburgers in your mouth until you puke. Nasty, huge antagonist of doo-doo. And that's it, just do you. You rapture flu, you lacking fool. Yet you have the magic and the tools and the logic, bang. 2 + 2 is 4, no one haggled for your loot. Thanks to me, mathematics is for students to manage and compute their MAGA dispute and hang out with friends over some brews. Without cash advancements, there's loose fragments of accumulation and secret stashes brackets gets muted until an attachment gets amused enough to handle the ruins of what these mad bitches do, like max out your credit card on a cruise and dance in a new fancy cute dress where you can imagine the patterns and it's included in the mansion and enhanced to match it perfectly like a stamp on your hand, illuminating every move. Sure sounds like a majesty that they removed from my happily ever after, it's just rude. I wanna be the next big thing. Why for me is it just a dream? Why do they take what rings in my head as I blink? Rhymes that make you think I wanted my own bling. Now it's just drinks at my expense, and I'm not even invited. This feeling sinks in my chest cause I was slighted. I'm on the brink of a mic check. I can sing, I might if it helps to bring me my pride back instead of deep eye wetness. Or creeps digesting my presence, or weaklings spying on my guest list. Beat them wide with my henchmen. We came to clean up crime, let's do this. Treat me like your wife or your attention to my greed won't bring you sight or dentures. Your teeth will be sniped with my Smith & Wesson. Hee, I'm Michael Jackson, dripping, stretching in front of the TV, hyped to do yoga toward my ambition and lettuce. Reach for these fake celebs, bite, and they'll lick it. Hell yeah. Until you see how squeamish these bitches be behind the scenes, it isn't pleasant. They're thieves who steal limelight, it's not impressive. Wearily gearing through your children's minds, meddling. Fearlessly greeting them from a lie, they need to confess shit. Weirdly, they think they hear it, the rights that I'm pressuring. But hear ye, I haven't received a diamond, I'm the one with the treasures, bitch. Dearie, if you don't clearly rhyme, it doesn't mean you're not destined to fiercely chase your career and dreams to a private island, it's prevalent. But when a bitch rearing her ugly head in your cheerleading practice, it's time for her to die, especially if she's receiving and pleasing every guy you wanted by. She belongs in the deli. with ice spice making sandwiches. I'm more like banning bitches, slamming 6 inches in my clam when it's tickling. My man Sam knows when his hand will fix it, touching my sweat glands and pampering his princess. I'm his lamb, he's my Jackie Chan still kicking. To him I'm brand new even after 10 years and he's glad to listen. Tramps try to take him but he lands back in my DMs. Manic at a distance, damn does he miss me. Frantic when he's hitting this, it's like a grand slam whistling past the grids. Laughter emitted, blasted past inference, dashed through the bases instantly. And the ones planted at the bases finished, took a glance and we're winning. Action-packed, balls whizzing past the grass and we're all in it to attract the pack with digits inching each inning. Stats never lack on my team cause we privileged to have at it with a bat. We were small but big kids. I sat the bench half the time but you gotta crawl before you can ball, dinging it in the dugout. Splat to the max, them dogs never figured kittens would rag on them this hard. It's in the bag for us to witness our team swag, take it home, tag your bitch. Tag your it bitch. Now fall as you haul ass toward the stands trying to get it in the can, but it's clogged by fitness. Dick in your mouth. Last call for the Britons who shagged Pocahontas raw, a prince did, but Great Britain isn't great at all, so I'm sure it was just some primitive white-skinned bitch priss. I like my men tall, dark, and handsome, I'm different. You probably just like men with a bod, a squad, a jawline, and a car. Don't forget the large bouquet of flowers and chocolates for his adored spoiled yoke who never got up to speed with folk cause she was on dope and now she on his phone crying about devotion to a bloke who wrote her once back in 2004. Now she broke and needs hope, but her faux headlines look like ski slopes, folding where she thinks the most. And he thinks it's gross that she may need Botox, but he would rather revolt and head over to an 18-year-old and probe her cause it's something he's never had before. Get real on the low, guys wanna hold the hand of so many hoes. You'll never be for show that your guy only chose you, and if they'll ever throw you overboard to dispose of your throat on his foreskin, they want my tokens and the ice I keep frozen, not my glowing irises or my toned ribs, showing him how my soul gets in rhythm to bone him, or my rogue tits posted on Insta or any of that homo shit. They want a grown bitch who can make them go whoa for a bit until he's ready to go with it. Hard like a stone in his nymph. Overflow of riches if she can coax an infant from his soda intake like a mofo mixing doses with business. I could make someone with no nose sniffle. So why not try to total out this jizz a bit until it's excelling towards its goals, risking its toes for kisses from the mojo that Christians give. I wrote lines, and if it were up to me, I'd bestow them all on y'all with my quick wit. Ho, it's a gift. You better mellow out on that trip that sent you to the hole before I rip your nips off and sew them to your lips for shits and giggles. Nope. Every time you try to speak, you'll be lactating for weeks. You think your speech should be heard from peaks. I think you better eat your nips on repeat until your lips don't look so depleted. Dill dots and your lips be thin, looking like you singed them on a cig. Or sucked on a mint until it was gimped. Swallowed it and kept sucking till your lips slipped into the dip of sucking and you never quit. God damn, and your nose is so big, it's the first thing to enter the fridge when you open it and you wonder where your fig Newtons went. It was a tornado nose spin that whipped up every bit of that cheap cookie when it got a whiff. You could Tokyo drift up in their shit. When your nose holes are bigger than your mouth, you should have just hid for as long as you live. But at least you ain't covered in zits like Ryan Rosu. Try and ask Ryan Rosu, I'll throw you. There's a giant soak unit for his crying broke tool. Whining cause they voted you as the least compliant road dude who gets to prying bitches open with his moldy fuel. Relying on toadstools to carry in divine gold hues of lionesses bold and cute just to defile them. Told you. Remind you anytime, hope you'll never find him. He's old news. I'll need silence to hold true to the requirements that my soul rules. To be defiant of scolding rituals and to die a diamond that is too cold, too good for you. My rhyming is my only soul food. Hope it can redefine your dope mood. Sometimes we just cope, dude. But if we got kicked in the hiney, we would relocate soon. So that just means blindly we have it so good. No need to prime it or put on our snow boots. We are fine, bro. Phew. Now let me get mine, rolls and mushrooms. You get yours, fried hoes and bugaboos. I'll get my chosen debut at the spot I pick, roses at the venue. And you get by like some local in the restroom. This is the last song on the 10-minute remix. I mean the 20-minute remix. I needed about 15 minutes to do my song. We're on the last song. I'll do a little freestyle to end things. Yo, I'm in white, cause I'm not trifling. Come up here like Anya, like a ghost. But I'm really just the host for the party doing the most. You can get close to me because I'm an angel. Oh, don't you wonder where these flames came from, ho? I'm not too much in danger though, because I got the Lord and he's got his sword, and we are never bored fighting the forces of evil. All these people, the things they need and where they'll go. We try to help along the lines of refinement. We glide to be inside someone's mind. We don't want to stand out because it just transfers clout. If we had our own cloud of thought, we wouldn't have to be bought by the devil, because we just can't settle with what we've got. Do you really want to trade it for some hot piece of ass when you could just get that by cutting class? Do you really wanna haunt me forever? It's daunting and clever when you're raunchy, but don't behead her just because she's a whore. She has many things in store, like a soaking wet pussy. And we're not joking, it's that nookie that'll keep you looking. It ain't mine, mine is mine, and it belongs to Sam, and no other man will touch it. And that is something that you can believe in.